Fellas, AC here. Welcome to my summer 2019 list. Now, it has been hardly summer here. It's been mostly sort of 10-12 degrees daytime temperature. It's been one of those summers, when it kickstarts and then it goes down. So I wasn't in the mood, but now it's starting to warm up. So in most parts of the world, this is summer. 21st of June is when summer starts. But in some parts of the world, this is when monsoon hits them. India, the whole Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, I believe. So those guys would be, those temperatures would be coming down from high 40s to, let's say, mid 30s or even mid 20s. So this is ideal because our summers are mid 20s to 30s. Yeah, it doesn't go above 30. Very rarely it does go above 30. If it's 30 degrees, everybody starts panicking because it's very hot. People feel it. So I think this list will help a lot of people all across the globe, at least Northern Hemisphere. So let's start. I want to start with a fragrance which has a note which is really good for summers, and that is the note of neroli orange blossom, petitgrain, because it's this beautiful, fresh, soapy note, and it's found in a lot of summer fragrances. So let's start my number one entry into the 2019 summer list. I've done another video which is basically for very hot temperatures. You can view that one as well. I'll put a link in the description so you can check that one out. But here is a list for mid 20s to mid 30s daytime temperature. Beautiful, beautiful neroli fragrance, less talked about. It's by Varvatos and it's called Artisan. Now there's another fragrance called Artisan Pure. This one is an elder brother of Artisan, and basically this fragrance is a very close representation of Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford. Now Tom Ford and this fragrance has been done by the same guy, Rodrigo Florex Roux, and this is basically a poor man's Neroli Portofino. I was very surprised when I discovered this. So what does it have? It basically has neroli, it has a good note of ginger, it has supporting notes of tangerine, but there's no sweetness here. So I can only guess that the tangerine has been unsweetened by a masculine and professional smelling musk, clean musk. Very close to Neroli Portofino. I was very surprised. So do check it out if you like Neroli Portofino. Now the problem with Neroli Portofino is that it has this white clean sheet smell, almost like you're walking by a laundrette. So that smell, if it bothers you, you can give this a miss. But if it doesn't bother you, then that smell is ideal for a hot office environment, work environment, especially for people who walk to work or work outdoors. Neroli or white clean sheet smell smells amazing on a hot summer day when you're outdoors. So perfect outdoor summer scent. Next one on my list is a fragrance that I adore because it smells like a very expensive creed. It is L'Aventure by Haramain. This one is very popular. It's known as a good representation of, for very little money, of the current batches of Aventus. So I haven't smelled this in a long time because I wear this in summer. But it really, on paper, even when you leave a trail, it smells like the current batches of Aventus, which is very fruity, slightly aquatic, very airy, and very lemony, citrusy version of what Aventus used to be. So if you're on a budget, give this one a try. I'm pretty sure you know about this one. L'Aventure by Haramain. Very nice summer scent. I would love to wear this to work, or even if I'm going shopping or doing some outdoorsy stuff. It really is a very fine, juicy, lemony, fruity smell, which goes in any hot environment. I love this. So that was my next entry. So 10-9 done. Number 8. Number 8 is another John Varvatos. Your collection is incomplete without this scent, although it's very hard to get hold of. It's the younger brother of Artisan. It's called Artisan Pure. Now this one doesn't have that clean sheet smell. It's very, very attractive, and it's compared to Xerjoff Naxos, which is like a 400-pound fragrance. This is hard to get hold of, but it's very, very attractive. In fact, this is probably one of those heavy compliment magnets that you must have in your collection. If you can get your hands on it, get it, because it's just beautiful. It's got very sweetened tangerine. So neroli is there, petitgrain is there, I believe orange is there as well, grapefruit. So all the citruses you can imagine, but this has got this very attractive sweetness about it. It also has ginger, which you can smell in this one. Ginger is very hard to smell in Artisan. And then the base. Base has this amazing orris root, but it's not powdery. And amber and musk combination. Very fine. And it's got this beautiful spicy note of thyme along with marjoram. So slight spiciness makes this masculine. Beautiful masculine. I would wear this everywhere. It's so good. I will wear this everywhere. There's no reason to wear this fragrance. Any reason is good enough reason to wear this fragrance. Absolutely amazing. Must have in your collection. Artisan Pure. I love this one. There are many other must have fragrances which I've left out that I've covered in the video that I said earlier, which is the very hot summer daytime fragrances. So next one in the list is again a must have. I can't deal with this fragrance. It's so good that I want to wear it every day. When it's hot, when the sun is out, I really want to wear this because it smells best when it's really hot. It is Chanel Allure Homme. I always forget this name. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. It's a really badly named fragrance, but boy is it good. So it starts off smelling like an aquatic woody designer fragrance, but the dry down, it's like a niche, super high quality fragrance. Really, really good. So what does it have? It has a note of mint. It has this very aquatic woody smell, which is like a cheap designer, but it transforms. And then it has this amazing note of tonka coupled with orange. What a fine fragrance, guys. I'm going to do a full review very soon. As I said, if it's hot, you need this in your collection because the more hotter it gets, the better it smells. And I thought tonka doesn't work in heat. Boy, does it work. This is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. There's this citrusy tonka that I think works for this fragrance, plus the mint note. Although I don't get the mint all the time, but I have smelled the mint coming out of it when it was really hot. Perfect for office, you know. In fact, all these fragrances are great for office. Apart from L Aventure, which is a lot of, it projects a lot. So you got to watch your sprays if you wear this to work. Next one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 gone, fifth, number 6 in the list, is a summertime beast mode fragrance. Huge projection, huge performance. Yeah, it's probably the strongest fragrance in this list. It is Terre de Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. This is the latest flanker. It was released last year, and boy is it good. So basically, Vetiver has been amped up, but it's very synthetic. It smells very, very synthetic. But one good thing about this fragrance is it uses a note which is becoming more and more popular, and that is amberwood. What amberwood does to a fragrance is, and I'll show you another fragrance which has got amberwood. What that does to that fragrance is, it not only makes a woody fragrance more appealing and sexy, it brings in this gentle hint of sweetness. So everything is synthetic, very sharp when it starts off. But this beautiful, gentle sweetness and woodiness brings more depth to the fragrance. And I'm beginning to like and understand amberwood more and more. This one has got amberwood, but mostly this is a citrusy, vetiver, sharp, synthetic scent. But it turns it becomes rounded, has depth, and very attractive. I'm really loving this fragrance. Great for work or great for outdoor activities like shopping, or if you're going on a holiday. This would be an amazing because it lasts ages on your skin. It's an amazing scent. So next on my list is a fragrance number 5, I believe. Is a fragrance I did an exclusive review of last year, and a lot of people went and bought that fragrance and came back to me and said it is really good. And I really think this is a very fine fragrance, very professional smelling fragrance. It is called Ultimate by Baldessarini. Guys, this is so unique in this list. This is one of the most unique fragrances because it's a very airy, sour leather fragrance, very light leather, which turns woody. And it's very professional. I've tried this fragrance many times in a professional setting, and one instance I've already narrated in my full review. You can check it out. But it really stumps people because they haven't smelt anything like this before, right? Number one. Number two, this really is a trail scent. It leaves a beautiful trail in the air. So if you're in a crowded place like a conference or a shopping mall, people will really dig this because they can't put their head around what they're smelling. It's very unique. Smells amazing, beautifully made, doesn't cost a lot of money. Ultimate. Check out my full review. I've given this a lot of praise. It's a fine fragrance. I love this fragrance. I've tested it on many occasions and it's very unique. So number 5 done. Number 4. Number 4 is actually another one of those fragrances that is, whenever you spray this on, you feel, wow, what a choice I've made today. So this is another Chanel and it's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. This is one of my absolute favorites and easy grab and go. Reason being, it smells different during daytime, different during nighttime. So during daytime it smells less fruity. So what is this? This is basically lemon zest, sandalwood, pineapple and amberwood. As I said, these two use amberwood and there will be more fragrances that will be using amberwood. It's a huge hit. Fragrances that use amberwood are really very sexy masculine. Yeah, woody scents anyways are masculine. So this one, pineapple, which I love in a fragrance, especially summer daytime fragrance. But I don't smell the pineapple during daytime. I smell it during nighttime. And this is so posh, so beautifully made. It's really high quality. And that lemon zest and many other notes which I can't remember at the moment. But I've done a full review of this one. You can check it out. This is, if you're in the dating scene, yeah, if you want to really smell a cut above the rest, this is one of those fragrances you must have in your armory. It works in winter, it works in summer, it works during daytime, it works during nighttime. There is no reason not to own this fragrance. Expensive, but very versatile. Really good. So, we are up to, or down to, the last 3. And the last 3 are probably one of the finest summer scents ever made in the designer category. So, Prada L Homme L. If you've been following me for a long time, you know my love for this fragrance because this fragrance never lets me down. Yeah, whenever I spray this, I feel as if I've got my style sorted out. Yeah, and it's incomparable. It's basically a neroli, iris, powdery, and woody smell, right? It's got a beautiful note of iris, so it's got that lipsticky vibe to it. If that bothers you, don't worry with this one. It's slightly powdery as well. But when you spray it, it smells as if you're wearing a light leather fragrance. There's no note of leather. But this one, there is a note of leather and pepper here. This is a fresh, light, sour fragrance. This is not sour. These two fragrances smell like you're wearing a very posh, soft calf leather fragrance, right? So I have huge respect for this fragrance. I have to review this, and I will review this whenever it turns a bit more, brighter and hotter. I'm going to definitely review this because I need to. I've been praising this fragrance for more than a year now. Superb, absolutely superb. You won't have to think when to wear this. Wherever you wear this, you are bound to get compliments, just like the Chanel. Yeah, these are heavy compliment magnets. I mean, this one is a heavy compliment magnet. Wherever you will wear it, you're gonna get complimented. Absolutely no-brainer. The next one on the list is number 2. Doesn't get a lot of talk, and I'm going to showcase this first time in my list. I think none of my lists have carried this. It is Dior Homme Eau. The only thing I would like to say is these two are slightly related because they have the same notes, but here one different note comes in play. So this one is more about iris, neroli, or petitgrain, either of the two. This one, same, iris and neroli, but there's a differentiating note here of coriander. And coriander makes the fragrance slightly more masculine. Very attractive, stays for a long time on your skin, doesn't project as much as low. If you want it to be a projector, go for the low. I've sprayed one. I cannot tell you how beautiful this is. Excuse me. If you're looking for a summer date fragrance, first dates especially, you cannot go past this one because it doesn't project as much. People will be drawn towards you, your date will be drawn towards you, and if you end up hugging or kissing, this would be a deal sealer because it's so attractive. It's got that Dior Homme DNA, but it's just a different level because of that fresh, invigorating, slightly woody coriander. I'll do a full review soon, but if you're looking for a fantastic summer date night fragrance or daytime date scenario fragrance, you can't go past this. Hard to get hold of, but very easily available here in the UK. So that was my number 2, Dior Homme Eau. Time for my number 1. This fragrance, when the first time I smelt it, I was completely gone because I have not smelled anything as beautiful, well-made, inexpensive, and fantastically done fragrance. Armaf Legasi. I reviewed it recently. That review has got a lot of people's attention. Trust me, guys. This is so well made and it's so cheap. I can't believe this is Armaf. I cannot. I know that Armaf fragrances have an image. A lot of people will ignore this based on the fact that this is an Armaf, thinking this is going to be a synthetic fragrance. If you ignore this, it's your loss. Because once you smell this fragrance, you will know you're smelling an absolute stunner. So Legasi by Armaf is my number 1. Recently reviewed it. You can check out the full review. But here are the notes. It's basically citrusy, slight citrusy, green fougere-like fragrance that transforms and brings in a lipsticky note. And that waxy, lipsticky, woody fragrance with green elements is an absolute knockout. Superb fragrance. Superb. You can wear this anywhere. Date scenario, work scenario, evening, day, summertime. Absolute gem. Number 1 of my 2019 list. Hope you liked the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.